My name is Nischal Mohan. I'm a graduate from the 2015 batch of Civil Engineering Department from NITK. I'm currently working as a project engineer in Synergy Property Development in Bangalore.
What you as an individual are working on right now inside of your profile?
So I'm a project engineer, and currently I'm working in Embassy Tech Village for a commercial project, a 10-story commercial project for Wells Fargo. So what I do on site is I check quality and I check progress. That's my main two jobs that I do on site. So be it your steel, shutter, different services, plumbing, electrical, conduiting, any and everything that's happening on site, I have to check it. And without my supervision, without my go ahead, without my signature, the contractors aren't supposed to go ahead with it. Otherwise, it will affect their billing. Synergy also handles billing when it comes to a particular project. Say if the client wants this building to be built, the client would give the entire amount, the budget to Synergy, and then they regulate the amount, how much goes to this, how much to be provided at the end of each month. So if the contractor doesn't get anything checked by me or by Synergy, then they will not get paid for that particular amount. If a column is not checked and they poured it, then they will not be paid for that column. So that's why this is the way how Synergy checks its quality. So it makes sure that the contractor regularly calls Synergy and tells, okay, this has to be checked, so please come. So that's how we do it. So my main job on site is to check quality and to check progress.
In terms of skill, experience, learning, how do you think you are growing at Synergy?
Oh, a lot. So you have a lot. Everyone has heard this, that what happens on site is a whole different ball game in comparison to what happens in classroom. And I'm also one of those people who believes that, and I have experienced that because. On site, you see everything from a practical point of view. It's your technical aspects are also there. They're definitely there. They are the basic foundation, but there's a lot of practicality that comes into play. So on site, in your classroom, they tell you how to design a slab. They tell you how to design a column. Okay, so but they don't tell you what the slab rests on. Okay, so no one knows that the slab rests on this thing called a shutter. No one knows what the shutter rests on. It rests on jacks, and these jacks are supposed to have a 12 mm dia bar to lock it. If you put a lower mm dia bar, the jacks won't hold the place. So these are things you learn on site. And apart from that, the biggest learning experience which I have felt on site is not just from technical or from the engineers. Also, I've learned a lot from the foremen and the laborers on site, because they have been doing the same job for different projects, different types of construction they've been adopting in so many different places, in different work environments for 30-40 years now. So their eyes are just filled with experience, and they're just waiting to just share their experience with you. So if you sit down with them and listen to their stories and listen to their experiences, they'll give you the practical aspect of a technical topic. So that is very so I've learned a lot from them also. So if I compare myself to what I was 6 months ago, I would be shocked because from what I was in college and what I am right now, I've learned a lot in Synergy from different sources, be it from the engineers, be it from the plans, from the design coordinators, be it from foremen, be it from laborers, be it from my own personal experience. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and so it's a very good experience for me.
Right, so at this point, I would like you to tell everyone about the incident that you told me a few weeks back. I found it to be very emotional, at the same time very refreshing.
Okay, so one of the main things that Synergy checks is safety. So, and that is one of the things most people tend to overlook, especially in the contractor side, because everyone goes behind progress because they have to deliver the project by the end of this month or by the end of this year. They have to deliver the project, so they all go behind progress. So they forget about safety, and it's when it comes to safety, it's not like it's minor injury. A small mistake can lead to death. So when I was on site, I think 2 months back, I saw like a labor without safety shoe. So I asked him, like, where's the safety shoe? He said that there's no safety shoe in the contractor's stock. So what do we do? So then I said, okay, fine, I'll talk to the safety in charge. So on the way to the safety in charge, I saw another 5 to 6 or 10 people without safety shoes. So then I collected all of them and I went to the safety in charge and I told them, sir, what is happening? People are working without safety. without the proper equipment. And this guy said, no, I'm not safety in charge with this area. Please go to please ask the concerned safety in charge. So then I went to the other safety in charge, and then and he said the same thing. I'm not safety in charge of this area. And then he took me to another place. So this obviously ticked me off because these are lives. These are not resources. Okay, it's the way how they're talking is that this is one resource that it's not my responsibility. This is another resource. This is the life that we're talking about. So I took it a little personally, and I went to the main safety in charge and I told him that see, this is what's happening on site. These are people who's working who are the reason why this building is being built. If an engineer gets injured, fine, he can take leave. But if a labor gets built, this particular column or this particular wall won't get constructed because they are the ones who are getting down, getting their hands dirty, putting their lives on the line just to get these buildings built where people are going to work, people are going to live. So they required more safety than any of us. And so I told them that, and then so the laborers also were very emotional because no one looks out for them, no one takes their side. They are also treated like resources their entire life. So when they said this, they were all very happy. And they were like, sir, you're the first person who's ever spoke to us like a human being and stuff like that. So I was very happy. I felt more than an engineer. I felt more human at that point. Apart from my job, I did my job. At the same time, I also got credit, or I don't know what it was. It was a very good, warm feeling.
I have heard that a construction site is a very, very Hindi site. And you coming from a non-Hindi background, yes. has that been a ride? Has that been a task?
I would say it's a positive experience for someone who doesn't speak Hindi, because Hindi is, of course, a very prominent language in the country. So everyone needs to know that because if someone from South goes to the North, it's somewhat of a universal language in the country. So I was not very good in Hindi when I joined the company, but talking to these, because they don't know English, you cannot talk to them in English. So these, whether be it foremen or the engineers know English, but the foremen and the laborers who you have to deal with to get a job done, they speak in Hindi. So by talking to them, by listening to them, and when you're surrounded by Hindi all around you, different kinds of Hindi. It's not just your typical Hindi, normal Hindi. It's your Hindi from West Bengal, Hindi from Bihar, Hindi from UP. I'm getting to hear all Hindi at once. So I've improved a lot when it comes to my vocabulary, or when it comes to my grammar. I've improved a lot. So that's also another positive aspect that I felt as part of this job. Because otherwise, if I had taken up a job where I'm surrounded by English speaking people, I will not improve the language of my country in that respect. So now I've learned that, I've improved that, and I'm still improving. But at the same time, even the laborers will say that, sir, when you joined the company, you couldn't speak a word of Hindi. Now you're speaking a lot, and all that. I'm like, thank you. So that's also it was a ride. It was a little difficult at first, and it's going to be a little difficult for everyone. I also have a friend in the contractor side who's from Karnataka, and he can't even speak Hindi properly, English properly. He couldn't even speak Hindi, and now 3 months later he's speaking fluent Hindi. So it's something you pick up, just like how the technical aspects you pick up on site. Hindi is something that you pick up on site when you're working in an Indian construction site.